Hello, my name is Mitya, and in this quick tip, we'll explore how you can create nested timelines in LightAct. They're also called pre-compositions. So I've got one timeline called nested timeline and another one called main timeline. So nested timeline is usually much shorter than the main, so I'm going to make its section here, let's say only 5 seconds long. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to create a gradient node and like so. And I'm going to make it fade in 2 seconds and fade out 2 seconds like so. And perhaps I'm going to also map it to the video screen. That's the first thing. Okay. And then make sure that instead of white, we use some kind of a change in color like so. And then like so. So what we had is like so. And then also change it here. All right. So that it changed a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the main timeline and make sure this timeline is stopped, the nested one. And here I'm going to create, let's say, a color grid and a solid color here. Okay. Now, what if I wanted to trigger this nested timeline here? So what I would do is I would use the set timeline state layer and select the nested timeline and make sure that it is set to play like so. And then here I need to make sure that at the end it is set to, let's say, to stop like so, so that it will stop when we reach the end. And then what we need to do is we need to create a marker which will this marker will jump to the previous marker like so. And here we are going to set the play state to stop. So, like so. Or actually, stop. Okay, actually this one doesn't need to be. Okay, so whenever the nested timeline starts playing, it starts playing and then it jumps to the beginning and here it stops. Okay, so now back to the main timeline. So here we are playing and when we reach this one, it will start to play the nested timeline, which will after 5 seconds stop. Okay. So that's how you can essentially create nested timelines with LightAct. So the important thing is actually this. You need this marker only to tell this marker where it should execute the jump to. So I just selected go to previous marker. I could have easily selected go to selected and select that marker. The important thing is that this marker needs to be right at the end, more or less, maybe 1 frame before the end. At the end, behavior is not important because this is going to be triggered before the playhead reaches the end of the timeline. What is important is that the play state on this marker is set to stop. This means that when the timeline jumps, when the playhead jumps, the timeline stops. Then what we need to do is This layer basically just triggers the nested timeline so that it sets its play state to play. The important thing is that the duration of this layer should be shorter than the duration of your nested timeline.